Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to Big Mike Beard Wisdom. So, we're tackling a compound butter with this while we're waiting on the second turkey's brine to finish. Because this year, we're actually doing 2 turkeys. But on this one, I'm doing a little bit of a compound butter. On the other one, I haven't decided yet if I'm doing a compound butter or if I'm doing oil. But probably doing a compound butter to cover the skin with. So for this, I went with kind of a simple one. I compared a bunch of different ones online. This one kind of is a mix of a bunch of them and sounds pretty decent. So compound butter is essentially just a butter with a whole bunch of spices in it and stuff. So I've got 1 teaspoon seasoned salt, a half a teaspoon black pepper, a half a teaspoon of thyme. I'll put in 1 bay leaf that's dried, 1/2 teaspoon rosemary, 1 teaspoon onion powder. I don't know why I wrote that twice, but, you know, I would only add the 1 unless you really like onion powder. Then 1 teaspoon parsley flakes, 1/2 teaspoon rubbed sage, and 1/4 teaspoon of granulated garlic. And then I'll be mixing that into 8 ounces or half a pound of butter. So I've had the butter sitting out for a good bit. That way it's going to be nice and soft. So again, 1 teaspoon seasoned salt, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon thyme, 1 bay leaf, 1/2 teaspoon rosemary, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon parsley flakes, 1/2 teaspoon rubbed sage, and 1/4 teaspoon granulated garlic. And then this is a pretty simple thing that you can do while you're waiting for, say, like your brine to come to a boil. Doesn't take too long to mix it up. So as you can see, I've got the pine needles in here thrown in with the sand. So now I'm ready to add the butter. And not 1 stick, but 2 sticks. Alright. And now, it looks kind of like you dropped the butter on the floor. But I did it in a glass bowl. That way you can kind of look at it underneath and go, oh, yep, I missed a spot. Keep working it. And really, you definitely want to make sure that the butter has been sitting out a bit and is nice and soft. Otherwise, this will be quite the arm workout. Alright, and then for the next trick, I've got the compound butter all mixed up. I'm going to get it in the Ziploc baggie. So, I'm going to put this cup just on the inside. That way you've got something to, easily scrape down in. And the reason why you put it in the Ziploc baggie is because you can now throw this in the fridge. And then whenever you come to put it on the turkey, you can actually use some of it as a, like a base for the outside of the skin. And then you can use some of it for, maybe putting it underneath. And then the ones you put underneath, while it's still kind of cold from the fridge, you can kind of cut them into little medallions, kind of slip them in nice and easy. Because trying to force feed in funky butter, you're going to get different amounts in different places. This way you can get a little bit more control over that. And then you can also divvy it up easier. Because I'm thinking with the rest of this, so half of it will be like slid underneath the skin. The other half will get a quick spin in the microwave. That way it gets added just as melted herb butter. So I think that'll be easier to add to the skin than, say, just taking it and smushing it on the way it is. So I'm pretty excited to try this compound butter on the turkey this year. It's kind of one of those things, we've put butter underneath it before, but we also threw the spices kind of in by themselves. So with this, it'll be really interesting to see how that winds up turning out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll check you next time. Oh, go in there and sit with your friend. Pretty soon you guys will be closer than you would ever believe.